In this video, we will be building our AI voice agent from scratch. Now, most people teach how to build an AI voice agent for a specific use case and in the end provide you with a template. But I'm not gonna do that. But rather, I will teach you the exact framework I use in my agency to build an AI voice agent from scratch. And by the end of this video, you will have a basic understanding of what is an AI voice agent and how you can create your own agent from scratch for your own use case. You don't need to know any coding knowledge for this. It is full no code tutorial. Now this is not an advanced tutorial in which we cover everything, but this is a basic which helps us structure and understand our agent and build our own agent from scratch without relying on templates. And before we move any forward, if you are a business looking for these solutions for your own business, then feel free to book a free consulting call with me with the first link in the description. Now, what is an AI voice agent? It is just like ChatGPT, in which we type the words in the chat and it responds us back. Now the difference is AI voice agent, we speak our words directly to the agent and it responds us back by speaking the words, not just writing the words in the chat. We can write a prompt to give it instruction for our own use case, like setting up an AI receptionist to handle the inbound calls so that the people who are calling it collects the info and stores it into our CRM. We can connect this to our a different phone number in which people can call us and it can answer the calls. Since it's AI, it will be available 24 by 7 and it will never miss a call. Now you will not be there sitting on a desk answering all calls by yourself, but instead you can let AI take those calls and qualify your leads. This is the one use case only for AI receptionist, but there are many other use cases like AI speed to lead, in which we set up an AI voice agent. If a lead fill out a form, it will call them instantly at that very moment and answer the qualify them, and it will gather the information in the CRM. And there are many other use cases and which we will cover in the further video about the famous use cases of AI voice agent. Now let's discuss the components of our AI voice agent, what it is made up of. So voice agent is made up of three main components, which is STT, which is the speech to text. It basically what it does is that it converts our words which we speak to our agent and it converts in the form of text, because that's what AI can understand. Like we type in the chat GPT and it can respond to us. So it's just like that. We talk to it, it converts our speech into text. So and it then transfer it to the LLM. So what it does is that it is the brain of our agent, and we connect it so that it can think of the next response we need to provide with the user based on the instruction and personality we provide it based on the prompt we create. And we can connect it by ChatGPT or even a Grok or Gemini. These are the LLMs which we consider, and it is brain for our agent. And now the last component is text to speech. So when the LLM gets our speech and makes a response for it, it then converts in the text into speech so that it can provide us with the response in the form of speech, not with the text. So we tools AI tools like 11 Labs and Cartesia, which converts those texts into speech during the live call or while we are talking to our agent. And it is not just limited to just English. We can also set different languages like Spanish, Hindi, or multilingual. Also means the user is speaking in different language during the live call. It changes the language based on the user's speech. So these were the components which are there in our AI voice agent. So guys, now let's discuss the famous use cases of AI voice agent. These are the three use cases but are not limited to these. There are many other use cases also, but these three are the most famous ones which an AI voice agent can be useful for. Now we can set up an AI voice agent to handle our inbound calls 24 by 7 without letting any missed call, and it can book appointment directly into our calendars, and it can collect info and store it into our CRM. Now this is very useful for high use cases like law firms. If our call gets missed, they miss a lots of revenue in that. Like HVAC company, which also have a lot of missed call issue. This is very useful for those niches which have missing revenue in that. Now, our second use case is AI speed to lead. Now, what it does is that it calls the user instantly at that very moment, which in which they show an interest in us. Let's say they fill out a form in our website or in our ad, then it can simply call them at that very moment, which increases the chances of closing them, and it get necessary details of them, it qualifies them and store all details in our CRM. Thing is that it we do not need to ask those details again and again, which they fill out in the form. We can simply set up variables for it, and without we customizing our prompt again and again, it will get personalized. Like they fill out their name, it will directly talk with their own name, and it will not ask their name again. So that is very helpful. And next use case is AI appointment reminder. And people forgot to show up on appointment, which is a very common pain point, like in niches like dental clinics. So we can set up an AI voice agent which can call leads directly 24 hours before the appointment, and it can confirm whether they are going to show up or not. Okay, so these were the three use cases, but as I've told, these are not limited to these three. There are many other use cases also in this AI voice agent, but these three are the most famous ones. So now let's build our AI voice agent. How we can build it from scratch? Now you can learn to build it for your own specific use case. So let's go to the building part. Now let's build our AI voice agent. We will be using Retell AI in this case, which is a SaaS platform which helps us build AI voice agent from scratch without knowing any coding knowledge. And it is a very great platform, and you can use any other platform like Vapi or Bland, which also provides these features. But I personally prefer Retell AI, which is best for building AI voice agent. And my personal experience with this is very good. So you can try it out, and it also provides $10 in free credits, so you can definitely try it out for free. And you can try it for free by clicking on it, and you can sign up there. I've already logged in my account, so I will just click login. We are here in the Retail AI dashboard, and you will be having $10 in free credit to try this out. And you can simply click here and create an agent option, and we can click create voice agent. Now we get three options basically for building our AI voice agent, and which is single prompt, multi-prompt, and conversational flow. Conversational flow is a little bit complex because if we are building complex agent which have very high logic and so many tools to run, like we it needs to check calendar availability, book appointment, and it needs to transfer the call, and many other features like transfer to another agent and more such like cases, which might make the agent confused for a specific use case. So we use conversational flow, in which we provide a specific steps like if this is the use case, then do this, and if this is the use case, then do this. So and the whole thing is in front of the agent, so it gets less confused in that case. And I would recommend this if you are building very complex AI voice agent, unless I will not do. And this is a basic tutorial, that's why we will be building it from single prompt agent, in which we provide it a single prompt to structure and give it instruction about our use case so that it can follow it and it can work. It is well for if you are not building some advanced AI voice agent, but instead you are building for some low function tools and very few questions, then you can use single prompt. Or it is a little higher but not very much, then you can go with multi-prompt agent. So let's build our single prompt, and you can check out the templates provided by Retail AI if you want to check out, and it will be full template. You can check this out, but we will be building this from scratch as I've told. Now we are here in the agent section, and I will just give you a brief about this. Here is the pen button. You can name your agent from here. Settings just to make it easier to find. Okay, so here is our LLM for our AI voice agent. As we discussed, it is basically the brain of our agent, which decides the next response we need to give to our user based on the response they give to us at the prompt we set for it. I will prefer GPT 4.1 for better conversation. Among all the models here, you can see GPT 4.1 provides more natural like conversation, and which is our basically the goal to provide more natural like conversation. Then you can prefer this. But if your use case require high reasoning model, then you can go with GPT-5 models. GPT 5.2 is a little bit expensive, but it's very good for conversation other than the 5.1 and 5. uh, if you require high reasoning, then you can go with this. Otherwise, if you require more conversation, then you can go with GPT 4.1. Now you can select this simply by clicking here on default. Now LLM temperature. The higher this is, the more creative your agent will be, and the more creative answer it will provide to the user. But if you are setting up functions from here, let's say end call, and here are all functions of the year. And we will not discuss this in this video because the tutorial will go a little bit advanced in this. But if you need to know how these all functions work, then you can check out a video on my YouTube channel about how all these functions work, and you will get a basic knowledge of how these works, and you can try it out. Now let's just discuss this structure output. If you want the output to be in JSON, then you can select this, and better yield. This is if you lower this, the better function calling will be okay, and you can simply click here save. Now select voice. This is the voice given by our AI voice agent. The LLM responds in the form of text, and this TTS converts that text into the speech. So we can select. I would prefer 11 Labs, which is very famous and top voice provider among all. You can select this, but I also personally like Cartesia Sonic 3, which also provides less latency and more realistic voices. So you can select this from here. These are the recommended voices by this, and you can simply click here on play, and you can listen to those voices.
This is your
Okay,
AI assistant from Retell.
and now
Always on,
you can
always
select
ready
the
to
gender
deliver
from
consistent
here.
and
You can
professional
add your
support to
own
every
custom
caller.
voice for in it. You can select the accent. You can select the types. This is all the types, and you can search the voice if you want a preferred voice, and you can simply select it from here. And now here you can select the model, which is Sonic 3, which is the latest I would prefer using. And you can control the voice speed from here, and one is normal. Let's set this to normal only. And the voice volume, how high the volume should be, and simply set this to 1 if you don't want much high volume. Okay, and voice emotion, you can set the voice emotion from it, and simply click here on save. Okay, now the language. You can select different language as per your need. You can select Spanish or a different accent of English and French. If you want Indian accent, UK accent, or Australian accent of English, you can select it based on your country. And if you want multiple language in a call without changing it, you can select multilingual. But make sure that the model you are using in TTS supports it. Let's say you are using 11 Labs here. Let's select this, and voice speed, you can simply select and read this out whether it supports multilingual on or not. Here you can see multilingual is written. You can select this and you can simply use it. Okay, now let's select Cartesia only in this case. Okay, now functions, as I've told, you can watch the video out if you want more depth in this function calling, and you can check that out because if we discuss it will be an advanced tutorial. Now the cost for it, you can check out the cost. It will cost you based on the per minute charges of all these tools which you are using, the LLM, the TTS, and the transcriber. And you can check out what is using what by clicking on this clock like button. and the latency you can check how much it will take the time to respond to the user back, and you can customize it by changing the models or anything like that. Based on this you can check that out, and by clicking here you can simply see how much the models are taking time, like the TTS Cartesia is taking 300 milliseconds, and LLM is taking 500 to 800, and the transcription is taking 20 to 50 milliseconds. You can see the overall latency here. Okay, and the tokens are basically the prompt we will be setting up here, so that our agent can structure, and we can structure the agent so that it can respond to the user and structure the conversation based on that. Okay, and the knowledge base here, you can add extra details here for to your AI voice agent. Like here we provide the instruction to our agent, but here you can provide, let's say, your company details or any other extra details you want to provide the agent. Now let's say the user asks about your company, and the AI looks into your knowledge base and it's answer based on that. You can simply go here and add your knowledge base, let it load, and make sure if you add a knowledge base it will increase your cost by 5 cents, and it will also increase your latency. So I will recommend only if you need those details are necessary for your call, then I would recommend adding those, unless I would not recommend that. Okay, so we are here. As you can see, I've clicked here, add new knowledge base, and we are here. You can add documents like add web page, upload files in it, or add text simply, and you can name it from here. Once you add it, it will be showed here, and you can simply add it from here. Okay, now let's discuss the speed setting. You can set up the background speed to provide more professional like look for your agent. Let's say it is in a, you can set coffee shop or any other you want to set up, and also you can set up the volume for it from here and clicking on the gear button. Responsiveness, how fast your agent should respond after the user finishes. Now, if your latency is too low and your agent responds instantly, then you can lower it and you can set it somewhere around 0.98. But if your latency is too high, then I would not recommend this. You can set this simply to 1. Now, interruption sensitivity. This is you can set this to 0.8, because if let's say a little bit sound came from the human speech, then the agent will stop speaking if you set this to 1. So this is provides very robotic like feel. So you can set this somewhere to 0.8, so it will not stop speaking unless the user speaks 3 to 4 or 5 words, then only it will stop speaking and the agent can the human can interrupt it. Okay, enable black channeling. It is basically just to add affirmations in the chat, like the words yeah or so simply, it is not much advanced technology right now, so I would not prefer that. And enable speech normalization. If you want to convert the elements in the form of like numbers into human-like spoken speech, then you can switch this on. Reminder message frequency. It is basically if the human is not speaking for a while, let's say this much seconds, then the agent will respond. Just checking in, are you still there? We don't want it to speak like again and again, so that's why we will set this to 60 seconds at one time. And you can add specific pronunciation for some models so that it can pronounce some words, specific words, more accurately. Now, remove a background speech. If you want to enable this, you can set this, but it will increase your cost by 5 cents. So make sure about that. And you can optimize it for speed or accuracy. This one is basically for medical. And call settings. This is basically if you're calling someone, it detects voicemail. And if you want to leave a message, then you can add a message from here. And IVR hang up. If it detects IVR system, then you can set this and it will hang up if it detects IVR. Keypad input detection. If you want the agent to interact with keypad, then you can enable it. And end call silence. This is basically if the user is silent for this much period, let's say 2 minutes, right? If we set this to 2 minutes, a user is not speaking for 2 minutes, then it will automatically hang up the call. So this is basically if the user left on their phone without hanging up, the agent can simply hang up from their side. And max call duration, if you want it to be 10 minutes, let's say, because if it detects, the human detects its AI and they misuses talk to it longer duration, so we can simply set this so that it will not exceed this, and your cost for the per minute cost will be saved and it will not cost you much. Okay, and ringing duration, the how much time it should ring the if you are calling someone. And post call data extraction, these are the details you want to extract from the call and store it into the CRM. We can set up an AI which will uh, analyze the whole transcript of the call, and it will provide all details, extract all details, and store it into the CRM. And which we will just discuss. We will building our agent from scratch. Security and fallback settings. This is basically the data you want to store. Let's say there are sensitive data. You don't want retail to store it, then you can set this up. And it is basically for sensitive niches like medical or law firms. And uh, fallback voice ID, like if your provider Cartesian, which in this case we are using it, if it has any kind of error with their voices, then you can set up a fallback voice so that it doesn't affect your AI voice agent. And now, dynamic variables, these are the details which we set up. Let's say a user fills out a form and they fill out their name in it, their reason why they are reaching out to you. Then the agent will already be having the details by itself, and we don't need to optimize the prompt for it. It will already be having all those details, and it will talk to them by their name and the reason why they have reached out. So it is very amazing feature, but it is a little advanced. Now the webhook settings is basically we need to send this data which we are extracting from call, the post call data extraction, and we need to send it to our automation tool like make.com or na10, which we will just cover. We need to send this so that it can take those data and update our CRM based on that. So it is based on that. We will just discuss this. You can set up a message here, a static message. If the user is not speaking for this silence time, this case is 3 seconds, then the AI will speak something like this: "Hello, how can I help you today?" And if you want the AI to speak first, then you can set up dynamic message. Okay, so the dynamic message is basically it answers based on the prompt you set up. Like you set up an example conversation in which the AI states first, "Hello, how can I help you today?" Or it's a variable you added dynamic variables in which you set up their name, like you already have their name from your CRM. It extracts their name and answer based on that. So it is a little bit advanced if you want to know about custom dynamic variables. We will discuss something later in the next videos, upcoming advanced tutorials. But in this video, I want to make it basic. So let's say we set up a custom message, and I will prefer you one. You can set something like this. So you can set something like this. Hello, this is Nico, an AI assistant for X company. This call will be recorded for quality and security purposes. So why I said this message? So some countries require to state that this call is recorded, and it will be managed and stored in a CRM. Like some states like California or any other states require two-party consent for recording the call. So that's why I'll prefer this. Even if you are not in a country, I will prefer this message. And you should mention it's AI because the user must know it is not a human, it's an AI to which they are talking to. So that's why I will prefer this message. Now, and let's set our prompt for this. I will show you how you can set up your own prompt for this agent, and you don't need to write whole prompt yourself. We will just use an AI for setting up our prompt. Okay, so for building our AI voice agent prompt, we will be using this very structure. We will be defining its role, the personality, and the context of the situation for the call, the instructions, example, rules, and tool execution. So this helps our prompt to be structured and helps AI to understand the situation, and based on that, it can help provide more better conversation. Now, first step you need to do here is that you need to structure your conversation, how it should feel like. You can use Figma.com. In this case, I am also using that. You can see here is the AI receptionist and the new customer. If they are the new customer, then we can collect their details, name, collect their details such as name, their budget, service required, comfortable, if they're comfortable in booking appointment or not, and if they're comfortable, then we can ask their preferred date and time and book appointment using this tool. And if they are not up comfortable booking appointment, then we can thank them and say we will reach out soon. And if they're an old customer, then we can simply transfer the call to us, or if they want to talk to human, then we can transfer the call to us. Okay, so this was our structure, and this is very basic. As I've told, this is a basic tutorial, but if you want more complex one, then you can simply structure it. And I've also build out a video about conversational flow. Then you can watch this if you want to deep dive into advanced AI voice agent and building that. So firstly, let's discuss this. This is our use case, and you can structure it like this. And first thing you need to do is screenshot this very structure, and now go to Claude. We will use Claude to build our prompt. Now I am not using ChatGPT because Claude is pretty better in writing than ChatGPT, and I also personally prefer Claude in this case. So I've given the Claude the instruction to follow, like make the prompt for AI voice agent for X company, which receives inbound call from clients about having an AI voice agent service for their businesses. And services can vary, and use subheadings where this is where necessary, and necessary rules like ask one question at a time, do not repeat questions, add tools which we will just be building, like the functions add, and we will be using three functions in this case: the book on the calendar function to book the appointment directly on our calendar, and to the call transfer function, which we will use to transfer the old customers to ourselves, like our own phone number, so that they don't need to talk to our agent again. Now, also we will be using one more function, which is end call. So when the conversation is finished, the user is saying goodbye, thank you, and so the agent can simply hang up from their side. Simply, okay. So these were three functions. Now, if you want all this, I've already told that I have a video about that on my channel. You can check that out. And ask follow-up questions like a strategist if you, to make the conversation more effective. Okay, and I have provided the image to the Claude, which I've just showed you the structure of our call, and the I've told it to use this structure to build the prompt, and I can simply send this message to Claude, and it will ask me any questions if it requires, and it will build me a prompt for this. Okay, you can see it is building, so let's wait for it. As you can see, it is making some errors, like it is using bullet points which I cannot copy from here, and also it is also using some coding language like JSON in this case. Okay, so what we can do here is we can simply rewrite the prompt without using bullet points, be crystal clear, don't use much paragraph. Okay, we can simply send this thing here, and let's wait for it to generate the prompt. So it has generated the whole prompt for me, and you can simply copy it from here And if you don't feel like it is something you want, you can ask for changes, or you can structure it yourself also. It is just a base, and you can simply write your own words in this, and you use your own skills in the structuring the prompt. Now we can simply paste it from here, and you can see the full prompt from here. Now, I would also recommend, if do not exceed the 3,000 4,000 tokens limit, because then the AI will start hallucination, and then you can switch to multi-prompt agent or conversational flow agent. Okay, and I have a video about that conversational flow. You can watch that out if you want. And now we will add the functions so that we can book the meeting on our calendar, and we can do the call transfer for old customers, and we can end the call. End call function is already here, and you can see it end the call when the user says something like bye, or you are instructed to do so, or you can even customize it your way, the based on what you want to. When the situation is like this, then you have to do the end you have to run the end call function. You can structure it yourself. Okay, and now let's select the call transfer function, and we can simply name it call transfer, and make sure which the you name it exactly like you have mentioned in the prompt, because if we do not mention it exactly the same, it will make some errors. Now I will just do this changes, just a minute. Call transfer. Okay, I'll just make it in double colon and book meetings. Okay, and this. Okay, we have done the changes. Now we will just add the call transfer function. Let's select call transfer. Okay, and now you have to describe it something like that. Transfer the call to a human agent if the user asks ask for it, or they are an old customer. Okay. Okay, so the static destination, it is basically the number which we need to transfer the call to. Or if you want dynamic routing, like say they want to reach the support, then you can transfer to this number. If they want to reach the sales trans, then you can transfer to this number. This is basically another prompt in this function tool, so that it will not transfer to a specific number, but it will transfer based on the customer's situation, the user's situation. Now, cold transfer is something the user which we are transferring, they will not know anything about the user we are talking to. But if we use warm transfer, where the agent will summarize the call, and will let the transferred user about the situation of the user. Okay, and you can display the caller ID on the user. If you want the user's number, then you can use this, and if you want your AI agent's number to be displayed on the customer whom you are talking to, then you can select this. And if you're using user's number, then make sure the provider supports call override. Okay, now during the transfer, when the agent is transferring to the human, then you can set the user which is waiting for the call to be transferred. Then you can select what should they hear: ringtone, relaxing sound, uplifting beats, or none. Okay, auto transfer on human detection. If the it detects human, it will automatically transfer it to them. Or if you want AI to screen first then transfer, then you can select this. And navigate IVR, if you want, if you are the user you are transferring the call to have IVR system set up, then you can set this up, and you can set up a prompt for this. Now transfer only if the human answers. Now if it detects a voicemail, let's say, then it will skip that transfer if you switch this on. And if you don't, it will then also it will transfer the call. Okay, so the whisper message, if you switch this on, you have the AI will speak to the transfer. The transfer user something about the, let's say they want to summarize the problem of the user, then you can set up a prompt based on that, what the user should describe. And static sentence, it is the basically what you put in here, that exact same sentence will be said by the agent. So you can set up prompt or static sentence. Now three-way message, you can set the this if you want the agent to speak and both parties can listen to this message, then you can set up a prompt or static message from here. So this was our call transfer function. We can simply save it from here. Okay, uh, and now once it's saved, now book on the calendar. And also remember, call transfer do not work on web call. You need to deploy it to a phone number, or you can use test chat button from here to test that agent. Okay. Okay, now let's add the book on the calendar function. You can simply add it from here. You will need cal.com for this. This is a free app. You can simply sign up here. Now we need to select our available hours from here. You can simply add your available hours. You can name it anything and you can continue, and you can set up your available hours from here. Now settings, you need to go to settings, and in the API keys you need to add an API key, YouTube demo, let's say. Okay, and you can set this to never expire. If you want it to expire, then you can set a date, but in most cases we do not need it to be expire. Then you can simply copy this here, and you can enter the API key here. And event type ID, now you need to go here, go back, and event types, you need to create a new event type. You can name it anything, and you can set up the duration, let's say 60 minutes, and continue. And now you need to select your available hours from here. If it's default, it will be selected. You can simply select it. And basics, now in the URL section you can simply see the event type ID. This is your event type ID. You need to copy it, and now you need to go here and paste it, and you can select your time zone from here. Let's say New York in this case. Okay, and now in the available hours you can see, you can also set up your time zone from here. Here is the time zone. Okay, and this was our book on the calendar, and you can simply describe it based on the your use case, what you want the description should be. You can save it. Okay, so now let's move to the post call data extraction part, and I've already added the details. I will just explain you. If you click here on add, you can extract the data in four forms. If you want to extract in a text, like you AI can describe it, like detailed summary of the call and something like that, you can explain it to here. I will just show you. If you want it in the text, in the explanation form, then you can select text. And if you want selector, like let's say we provided choices, like what type of customer is it cold, hot, or warm lead, then you can select this and simply click give the AI the choices. It will always pick up between these choices. Now a boolean is basically true or false. Did the user book the appointment? If it's yes, then it will output true, or if it's not a yes, then it will output false. And number is basically in the form of number. Let's say what is the user's age, and it can extract the user's age in form of numbers. So I've added the details which I want to extract from this very call, which is name. You can see it here, name, it is the user's name. The description is basically so that we can let the AI understand what we need to extract. Okay, so you can explain it your way based on that. Okay. Okay, so you can explain it your way. Now, what you need to do is you need to go in your CRM and you need to name the columns which you want to extract the data in. Let's say we have named it name, budget, service required, booking date, booking time, and recording for the recording URL and summary, call summary. You can extract more details if you want. Now, the model we want to select. GPT 4. Mini works well for most cases, but if you want higher accuracy, then you can go with paid models like GPT 5.2, 5.15, like that. But GPT 4.1 will work for this case. That's why I'm choosing this, and also it's free. You can see the pricing of other models here. Okay, now, for this data to go to our CRM, we need to set up an automation tool like make.com, Anyten, or Zapier, which I will just explain you. Firstly, we will go to make.com here. In this case, I will just show you. You can simply sign up in make.com because it provides make.com provides a free tier in which you get 1,000 credits per month for free, which is very good for trying it out. Now, once you sign up for free, you need to create a scenario, and once it's created, in the module section, you need to go with webhook, and you need to select custom webhook option. Okay, and now you can add any webhook from here. I will just add mine. You can add simply if you click add, and you can name it anything and just save. So once it's created, you need to copy this address here, and now you need to go to Retell AI. In the webhook settings, you need to paste this thing URL, exact URL you need to paste. Now save it. Now click on this add button, and now you need to select your own CRM which you are using. We are using Google Sheets in this case. Let's say you are using Go High Level. You can search it here. If it's available, you will be seeing, and you can simply click here and create a contact. You can simply click here. But if your CRM is not here, then you need to check whether your CRM provides a term called Open API. So if it provides, then it will be a little complicated. You need to connect it with API, and you need to look for it, because in this video we are getting to the basics of this AI voice engine. That's why I'm using Google Sheets in this case. So that's why I want to provide you with the basic knowledge of how AI voice engine works, and you can build this. So that's why we will choose Google Sheets in this case and add a row. Now you need to sign up with Google with your account. I've already signed up, so I will not do this again. Just select your account, and now spreadsheet ID, you can see it here. I have named the spreadsheet ID YouTube demo data. Now I need to select that spreadsheet ID. Once it's loaded, you can select this, and sheet, you need to select this. I will should select my sheet 1, and the name. For this, you need to save this first. Now click on run once right now. Once you click this, go to Retell AI, click this test button, and
Hello, this is
once it
Nico, an AI
starts
assistant
speaking, then end the call. Now here you will see the data has came. Now you can see, once you click here, you will see event as call started. We will get data in three parts: call started, call ended, and call analyzed. We only need call analyzed first because that's where our data lies. So we will just click run once again, use existing data, and now we will see this call ended part. Now run once again and use existing data. Okay, you can see call analyze part is here. We will just now click on Google Sheets, and in the name section you can see this data here. Here is the call analysis part. You need to click here in the custom analysis, click here, and you need to map out the name, the budget, the service required, the booking date. You need to map this with on the respective columns of these data. Now for recording URL, it will not be here. You can see this recording URL is here. You need to click here, and call summary. Call summary is here. You can see, and you can also extract the transcript of the call. But we are already recording the recording URL. That's why we don't need that. But you can definitely can. Uh, Now one more thing, you need to click here in between of the two modules, and you need to map the event out. And because I've told we only need call analyze part, that's why we want to not pass the call ended and call start part. So that's why we are setting this filter here. Okay, and you can simply click save here. Now save this scenario and select this immediately as data arrives. Now save this. Okay, now our agent is ready to extract data and run the calls. Now we need to deploy it a phone number so that someone can call the phone number and talk to the agent, or we can call someone to talk so that our agent can talk to them. So once you are here in the Retell AI, then you need to click here on phone numbers, and you will see an add button from here. Now there are two ways you can connect it with whether Twilio or Vonage or any other SIP trunk provider. So you can go with that service provider and you need to connect. So I have a video about that, how you can connect Twilio SIP trunk from there to connect your phone number from there. Now Twilio provides more flexible way so that you can use the phone number outside of your Retell AI dashboard. But if you directly buy from Retell AI, it will be much simpler, but it will be limited, like you cannot use it beyond the Retell AI dashboard. If you want a simpler way, you need to add a payment method in Retell AI to get the number. The Retell AI provides only two numbers in the United States and in the Canada. Now you need to add a payment method here, and you can buy a toll-free number and standard number. You can search your state code from here, and you can simply buy a phone number, but you need to add the payment method. This in this account I have not added mine, so that's why it's not displaying any phone number, but once you add it, it will be done. And if you want to add it with SIP trunk, make sure to watch that video. I will provide the link in the description. And once you have added, you will have somewhere like somewhat like this display of the scenario of that agent of the phone number. Now you can select the phone number in which you want to assign the inbound call. Like someone calls us and this agent will pick up that call. You need to select it from here. You can simply click here. Our agent name was YouTube, so we have just named it. Okay, and you can also set up the country in which from which you want to receive the call. Let's say you only want to allow the calls from United States, you can select it, and all other calls will be rejected. Now if you want all countries, then you can simply click here. Now outbound call agent, it is basically this phone numbers we assign this so that we can call someone with this agent. So we can simply attach this YouTube from here if you want, and you can select the countries from here also. Advanced, if you want to go advanced, then you can set up an SMS function also. Need to add another column from here. We will just add this and one insert column. Now we need to name it phone number. Okay, so now we need to go here in the scenario we just created, and in this we need to do some changes right here. We will just refresh this, and for this thing right here, we need to remove this. And okay, in the phone number section you just need to write exact this thing right here to extract the phone number. Call analysis dot to okay, this exact thing, if you write this, you will be able to extract the phone number the user is calling from, so they don't need to repeat the phone number again by themselves. So this works very well. And recording, we will just add the recording URL and the summary of the call. Just a minute, this is the summary, call analysis, call summary. Yeah, just save this scenario. So guys, now once you have the appointed the agent of phone number, then your agent is full ready and you can test this out. Now let's go to our retailer, and you can simply test this out by audio, or you can simply call the agent, or you can test this by chat. But remember, the call does not support web call. Okay, but remember, the web call doesn't support the call transfer function. You can either try it out by calling the agent, or you can simply test it by chat. But also remember that post call data extraction does not work in test chat, it works in test audio, and you can simply call the agent and the post call data extraction can work. So these two were the reminders. So let's test our agent out by simply clicking here on test.
Hello, this is Nico, an AI assistant for X company. This call will be recorded for quality and security purposes.
Okay, just a minute. Just a minute, guys. I want to update this by uh, are you new or existing? Okay, something like this. We can set this up, and yeah.
Hello, this is Nico, an AI assistant for X company. This call will be recorded for quality and security purposes. Are you a new or existing customer?
I am a new customer.
Wonderful, thank you for letting me know. May I start by getting your name? So
Yeah, it's John Jacob.
great to meet you, John. To help me recommend the best solution for you, what budget range are you working with for this project?
$1,000 somewhere around.
Thank you, John. What specific service are you most interested in? Or what problem are you trying to solve with an AI voice agent?
I have a few missed calls. I want an AI receptionist.
That makes perfect sense, John. Our AI receptionist is designed to handle missed calls and ensure every customer is answered. Would you be comfortable booking an appointment to discuss implementation details, or would you prefer the next available slot as soon as possible?
I want to book it at the next Thursday, 10 a.m.
Thank you, John. Could you please provide your email address and phone number so I can complete your appointment booking for next Thursday at 10 a.m.?
I want my email is akshat@gmail.com, and my phone number is 95896411112.
John, I'm booking your appointment for next Thursday at 10 a.m. to discuss our AI receptionist solution. You'll receive a confirmation email shortly. Your appointment is confirmed for next Thursday at 10 a.m., John. We'll discuss how our AI receptionist can help you handle missed calls within your budget. Please check your email for the confirmation and let us know if you have any questions before the meeting. Thank you for choosing X Company.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Your appointment is all set for next Thursday at 10 a.m. to discuss the AI receptionist. We look forward to speaking with you and helping your business. Have a great day.
Okay, it has automatically cut the call. I have not done the cut the call. So now you can see the details here. This one is basically the test one. I'll just delete this, and yeah, this one also. Yeah, you can see the John Jacob details, the budget, and the service required AI receptionist. The booked date, the next Thursday is on 29 January 2026. Booking time 10 a.m. Also, it has not recorded the phone number because I have basically not added this in the post call data extraction, and the data that I have mapped out here in this thing, it is basically recording the number which we are calling to, and we have not called it from a number. We have simply used the Retell AI dashboard to call the and test the agent. So that's why I have not used my phone number to call the agent. That's why it has not recorded. But if you call this by a number to your number, then you can simply get your phone number recorded. And here's the recording URL. You can simply click here and download the recording, and you can listen it to yourself. Now the summary, you can read this out if you want, and it is mostly accurate details about this, the whole call summary. So that this was our agent, and I will just show you the that uh, calendar meeting also, which is set on 29, I think. Just a minute. Okay, yeah, here is the whole meeting between Akshat Singh and John Jacob. Now you can see the details from here. All details are here, and you can see the timing is 10 a.m. from here. So guys, this was our AI agent. Now this covers the basic details of how AI voice agent works and what is an AI voice agent and how you can build your own very agent for from scratch for your own use case. So this is just to provide you the brief. But if you want to go in more depth, then you can check out more videos about this in my YouTube channel. So guys, this was our agent, and if you're building this, you cannot build this perfectly in the first time, and you need to test this several times. You need to make improvements, optimize it based on real calls, and then you can simply deploy it to your own use case. So you can simply set this test this out by simulation. Go here in simulation Retell AI, and you can set up a test case so that the AI will test your agent. So the AI will test and talk to the your AI agent, and it will gather the details and pass it or fail it and make suggest you improvement. And I also have a video about that on my channel. You can simply check that out. So this was our agent, and that's how you can create your agent from scratch. Now this was very basic tutorial, because if we are going to cover advanced topics in this video, most people might not be able to understand that. And AI voice agent is very broad topic, and it covers many different use cases. It's not something in which you can simply watch a video and you can build advanced AI voice agent. You need to try it and test it out yourself. Your first few agents might fail, but you need to re-optimize it and run your build your agent again and again, optimize it, and that's how you can create your perfect agents, and that's how the practice creates. So this was the basic, and I think you can now make your agents own agents from scratch. I think this video was helpful, and one more time, if you are a business looking for this solution, then you can go below in the first link in the description and book a free consulting call with me. I will understand your needs and build you an AI voice agent. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.